was on form today. He boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter-punching, and he was moving well, and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab.
Crazy performance from Oleksandr Usyk, you know. He stopped the fight early, you know. But I say this before, Daniel Dubois makes so much pressure, too much pressure, you know. He not control, and every jab, every right hand is too strong, you know.
He was moving, but when he found the time to be aggressive, he took and maximized on those opportunities.
Heavyweight pros are in awe of Oleksandr Usyk's skill set. Lennox Lewis highlights how Usyk controls his power and speed with precision, never rushing or wasting energy. At 38, he still displays elite footwork, sharp combinations, and smart defense that keep him levels above most fighters. Lewis believes that with...
Thanks again for your time this week. We've just seen Oleksandr Usyk produce a stunning fifth-round stoppage victory over Daniel Dubois in the rematch. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, listen, he was unbelievable. He was on form today. He boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter-punching, and he was moving well, and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab, so what can you say?
I spoke to Oleksandr's cutman, Russ Amber, and he says he felt Daniel Dubois started a bit too fast, a bit too reckless. Is it a sort of a case of you're almost damned if you do, damned if you don't? They say you got to stick him on him, but then if you stick him on him too much, you leave the gaps?
Yeah, it's that kind of situation. It's a control violence, basically, and control movement, making sure that you don't overcommit. And, you know, you got to use speed more than power. So in this fight, it should have been more speed than more power.
Joseph Parker admitted he was surprised by how dominant Oleksandr Usyk looked in his recent performance. He had expected a close and competitive fight, but was left impressed by Usyk's superior technique, timing, and control. Parker highlighted Usyk's movement and defensive skills, saying they made him look nearly impossible to hit clean. As a former world champion himself, Parker knows what it takes to compete at the highest level, and Usyk's performance stood out.
Pro boxing fans, Joseph Parker, we've just seen Oleksandr Usyk with a destructive performance against Daniel Dubois. Just give me your thoughts on that one.
It was a competitive fight in the beginning, and Daniel did land some good shots, and you know Usyk did feel those shots, but ultimately in the end he broke him down, and Usyk showed a lot more, I think, bad intentions in the shots he was throwing.
I was going to ask you, do you expect him to be that aggressive? The counters,
I know that. Listen, Daniel was going to be aggressive, so what did Usyk have to do? He was moving, but when he found the time to be aggressive, he took and maximized on those opportunities.
For you, obviously you were there for a reason. I'm sure you want to get your hands on Oleksandr Usyk because you want to be in the biggest fights.
Yes, it was great to see him win and become two-time unified undisputed champion of the world. And I just waited for my opportunity. I'm going to wait for my opportunity and see if he does give it to me, you know. And hopefully we can get in the ring and share the ring together. And
David Adel spoke highly of Oleksandr Usyk's recent performance, emphasizing that the Ukrainian champion came into the fight with a clear mission to silence his critics once and for all. Over the past few years, many doubters had questioned whether Usyk could still hang with the best heavyweights, especially given his age and the physical demands of the division. But Usyk answered every doubt with a dominant and composed display in the ring. Adelai praised the way Usyk stayed calm under pressure, used his experience to manage every round, and showed the hunger of a man who still has something to prove. According to Adelai, Usyk's performance wasn't just about defending titles. It was a personal statement. He believes that if Usyk decided to retire right now, it would be perfect timing. He has nothing left to prove and could walk away on top. However, Adelai also thinks Usyk...
To be joined by David Adelaide. David, we've just saw Oleksandr Usyk produce stunning fifth-round knockout over Daniel Dubois. Give us your immediate thoughts.
Good fight. I think Usyk keeps proving himself. He gets doubted a lot, and I think he's proven himself so many times that it's kind of crazy that people doubt him. But you got to give credit to Daniel for getting in there. He tried a thing, and more credit to Usyk for pulling it off time and time again.
I just spoke to Ajit Kabayal and he says he feels Daniel, although he was having a bit of success, was maybe a bit over-eager and left some gaps. Would you agree with that assessment?
Daniel was thinking too much. There's times when I could see Daniel being a bit hesitant. He was sitting there thinking. He did let his right hand go and he did throw a lot of shots, but I think sometimes when you overthink it, you give Usyk too much time. And when you give Usyk time, you kind of let him play at his own sort of pace. Usyk established the jab from like the first 30 seconds, which was, you know, look, like it just shows his level, right?
Was it surprising to you how early the stoppage came? Most pundits were saying Dubois early, Usyk later points, but wasted no time.
He wasted no time. I think in terms of the stoppage, it was definitely the right call. It came in the fifth round. You know what? I'm not surprised because they were fighting at a high work rate, and the pace was high. So yeah, it makes sense.
Ajit Kabai praised Usyk's dominant stoppage of Daniel Dubois. He stressed that Dubois isn't an average boxer. His jab is powerful, and his punches can break through any guard. Yet, Usyk made it look effortless. Kabai emphasized that what Usyk did wasn't just winning. It was completely breaking down a dangerous heavyweight within a few rounds. He called it an incredible performance, showcasing world-class skill